With Falcon hockey coach Steve Freeman. And Steve, the Falcons had a tough weekend, losing to Stevens Point 5-2 and St. Norbert 4-2 last weekend here at Hunt Arena. As we're watching a little bit of the St. Norbert game here, could you tell us a little bit more about those games?
Well, Jim, they were dramatically different. Friday night's game against Stevens Point was a very flat game. I mean, we came out and we didn't have a lot of jumper, didn't play with much energy, and really Stevens Point wasn't much better, to be honest with you. The shots were about even, 35-34. Their goalie kind of outplayed Scotty a little bit, and you know, it wasn't a very satisfying game. You know, and then we bounced back, I thought, and played real hard and really well against, you know, obviously a very high-level St. Norbert team, and I was really pleased with their effort. We had all kinds of chances. Their goalie played exceptionally well and kept us off the board earlier. It might have been a different game. So I was satisfied with the effort. Guys played hard. They played, you know, fairly smart, and you know, their goalie just did a super job and kept us off the board. So you know, if we can play that way the rest of the season, you know, we should be in pretty good shape.
Steve, looking ahead, the Falcons will host Stout on Thursday here at Hunt Arena, and they're at Eau Claire on Saturday. Just wondering, you know, it's a little bit different, obviously, not a Friday-Saturday series, but a Thursday-Saturday. Any different prep or anything like that going on?
Well, you know, it really is, Jim. When you take a look, we're just back in school right now, so it's a big difference for the players. They've been, you know, here for 5 weeks, not in school, and I'm sure sleeping in and staying up a little bit later and stuff like that, and then just practicing a couple hours a day. So it's a big, big change for them. You know, changing their whole schedule around, and then, you know, at this point in the season, we really want to shorten up practices and try and keep the players fresh as we can. You know, so we're only practicing probably about 45 minutes each day, and then we'll come back. We'll play Thursday in a huge game for us. You know, we're within striking distance of all these teams right now, and it's going to make a huge difference where we end up in the playoffs. So Thursday is very big, and then we have Friday, you know, an off day. We're not playing Friday night, so you know, we may not even practice Friday. We might just go through our video stuff and look at you know, hopefully a win, but how we played and, you know, what we need to work on. And then Saturday we'll go over and play you know, a top end Eau Claire team. But last time we played them, we were able to beat them, and so you know, the season's winding down, and you know, we've just got to put our best foot forward.
Steve, you had some just a couple weeks ago. You went over to Stout and swept them. You know, a couple close games. You know, what do they bring to the table for you? What do you got to watch for them?
Yeah, you know, they're a fast hockey team, and they really stretch the zone. They're taking off all the time, and they're very hard to play against because they're not real systematic like most of the other teams in the league. They play a real wide open kind of style. So you know, you've got to kind of know where your position on the rink is, and make sure nobody gets in behind you and that sort of thing. And they're playing forward all the time, and you know, if you catch them leaning, you'll get a lot of opportunities against them, and that's what we were able to do over there. And you know, we played extremely well over in Stout a couple weeks ago when we won both games. Scott Lewin played great over there, you know, and hopefully, you know, we can get our defensive game in order, and Scotty can have a good week.
Eau Claire's a team that's had a couple of, you know, solid seasons, but this year they've really put it together. And I know earlier we had talked when we were playing them, and they've got a, you know, senior-dominated team. Are they still that way? Are they, all those guys are still around and back?
Yeah, you know, it's they're just really deep in all the positions, and if you look at their roster, they've got a lot of transfers that they got from different Division I schools that came in. So they're a pretty talented team, and you know, some of their players have really come around and are seniors now and having kind of monster years that, you know, they might not have had in the first 3 years that they were there. So it's kind of all coming together. And you know, if you take a look at the history of their program, this is the year, you know, where they're really tearing it up. But as we know, we've been there. You know, the playoffs is a brand new season, and you know, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out at the end.
Steve, good luck to the Falcons. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Jim.